Okay, we are on week 20 of 24. They are getting really close right now. And we've got this question that is a differential equation, bit of partial fractions, and then a bit of modelling stuff to do with this as well. Okay, so we're going to write this in partial fraction form that we have got here. Pretty easy to begin with. So that's 1 over h minus 5. And then we have h plus 3. Is that right? Yes, it is. So we know that this is going to go to an a over h minus 5 plus a b over h plus 3. I wonder why they're asking us to do partial fractions. I'm sure you've got an idea. It's probably going to be useful somehow in the next parts of the question. And there's lots of different ways of doing this. I'm probably just going to do substitution. I think substitution seems to be the easiest here. So if I let h be equal to 5, I get that h is equal to 5. 1 is equal to 8a, and so a is 1/8. And if I let h equal to minus 3, I get that 1 is equal to minus 8b, and so b is minus an eighth. And it's not enough just to do this. You do actually have to finish off and write it out. So this means that 1 over h minus 5 h plus 3 is equal to an eighth over h minus 5 minus an eighth over h plus 3. Now they would accept it in this form here. This is the form I prefer it in for when I do the integration part. Bit of a spoiler there. But you might more commonly see it written like with the 8 that's up here going down into the denominator. So you have it as a 1 over 8 h minus 5 minus 1 over 8 h plus 3. There's no need to expand the brackets, but they would accept it if they were expanded brackets as well. So it then says the depth of a water in a storage tank is being monitored, and the depth of the water in the tank, h meters, is modelled by this differential equation. Note that there's a minus here, and obviously it's related to what we've got earlier on. T is the time in days from when the monitoring began, and given that the initial depth of the water was 13, as soon as I see that, I think initial, the depth of the water was 13. Now, this is a differential equation. This is one where we're going to separate the variables and put everything to do with h onto the left-hand side, and then everything to do with the t, which is going to then be on the right-hand side instead. Why is it not letting me change colour? There we go. So there's going to be the minus 1 over 40 that remains there. So to get this h minus 5, h plus 3 to the other side, I can only get it over there as a division. So what we have, I'm definitely going to need another page, might as well add it in. What we have for part B, it would be a 1 over h minus 5, h plus 3. And then we have the dh dt, but it was a capital, dh dt, which would mean if we've divided by that part that's there, we're left with minus 1 over 40. Now, sometimes people want to put the 40 over here as well. The reason I didn't put the 40 up to the top was because I just want to use exactly what it looks like on this side. If you do it with the 40, it won't make a difference in the long run. But I just thought, let's make it look exactly like the thing that we've done the partial fractions on. So that leaves us with the minus 1 over 40. And what's actually happening here, now that we've put the h's onto the left, we're going to put this dt to this side, and then we're just going to simply integrate both sides to solve this differential equation. Now, the whole point of doing partial fractions was so that we could then integrate this. You can't integrate it like this, but you can integrate it in the partial fraction form. And this is the one where I prefer the eighth in the numerator. It just is a bit easier for us to process what needs to go on in this question. So we've got these two parts with respect to h. Apologies, I've got a bit of a sniff here, coming at the end of a cold. Okay, so let's actually do the integration. I think the left-hand side is going to be pretty straightforward, right? It's going to be a 1/8 ln of h minus 5. Put the modular signs around it for when you do an ln integration. The eighth is just because that's the factor. Nothing else really needs to change because of the fact there's no coefficient on the h. And then we will have minus 1/8 ln of h plus 3. And obviously when we integrate this, we just get minus 1 over 40t and plus some constant. People often say, why don't we need a constant on both sides? If you had a constant on both sides, you could subtract them and it would combine into one single constant. So now that we've got to that stage, what does it even want us to do? It wants us to make h the subject, but I'm going to need to use the information that when t is 0, h is 13. So when t is 0, h is 13. Let's sub some stuff in then. So h is 13 here would be the ln, an eighth ln of 13 minus 5, which is 8, minus an eighth ln of 16. The t is a 0, and we just get the c part here. So if I was going to combine these as to one single thing, remember with a subtraction, as long as you've got the same factor outside the front, we can do it as a division. So it is 1/8 of the ln of 8 over 16 is equal to c. Well, I know that 8 over 16 is just a half like this. So I have the 8 ln a half, meaning I've now got what the equation is, right? The equation is 1/8 ln of h minus 5. I'm actually going to start combining this into one single thing because we've got them both with the 1/8, right? With the subtract means it's going to be a division. So I have an h minus 5 divided by an h plus 3. And that's equal to minus 1 over 40t plus c is 1/8 ln of a half. Okay? So let's try and make h the subject. I think it's going to be better to combine the ln terms to begin with. So I have 1/8 ln of h minus 5 over h plus 3 minus 1/8 ln of a half. Don't really need those brackets, but I've got them now anyway. Now, when you have this, you're subtracting two logarithms, which means you're doing this divided by a half. When you divide by a half, think of what dividing by a half is the same as. It's the same as multiplying by 2. So actually this thing is going to get multiplied by 2 because of the subtracting with the half. So it's going to be the 8th ln of 2h minus 5 over h plus 3 is equal to minus 1 over 40t. Now what I think I'm going to do now is get rid of this 8th, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 8. Yes, I am going to do minus 1 over 40 times by 8 on my calculator because I feel like it. It is minus 0.2, which is actually quite a good thing because we end up with that minus 0.2. I think that's actually featured in the question, minus 0.2t. Is that what we've got? Yeah, look, minus 0.2t. So that's looking good. We now just need to make h the subject of this. And this is where people can find this quite overwhelming because there's just so much manipulating that needs to be done. So the ln that I've got, I'm going to get rid of that and I'm going to change it to an e onto the right-hand side. So I get 2 lots of h plus 5, h plus 3 is equal to e to the minus 0.2t. I'm trying to make h the subject here. So I get my 2h minus 5, which is my 2h minus 10, is equal to this thing multiplied by this. So that's e to the minus 0.2t, h plus 3. So 2h minus 10 is h e to the minus 0.2t plus 3e to the minus 0.2t. Remember, the goal is you are trying to find out what h is. So I'm going to collect this h onto this side. So I have 2h minus h e to the minus 0.2t. And I'll put the 10 onto the other side. So I have 10 plus 3e to the minus 0.2t. I will factorize like this. And then I think we've nearly got what they wanted, but I'm going to double check and see have we got it written exactly as they want. So they've got it as a 10 plus this, it's going to be divided by this. Yeah, they want it 10 plus 3 divided by that, which is what we've got. So h is equal to 10 plus 3e to the minus 0.2t divided by 2 minus e to the minus 0.2t. Quite a lot of algebraic manipulation. Wow, look how much algebraic manipulation there is. Loads and loads and loads for this. Okay. It then says, hence find the time taken for the depth of the tank, the depth of the water in the tank to fall to 8 meters. In other words, they've now told us that h is equal to 8, and we want to find out what the time is. Now, if you couldn't do part B or even part A, you could still get these marks for part C and part D, because you can just solve this equation where h is equal to 8. So we're going to continue with this for part, I think it's part C. So we get 8 is equal to 10 plus 3e to the minus 0.2t over 2 minus e to the minus 0.2t. I'll multiply this by this. So I'll have the 8 times 2, which is a 16, and a minus 8 e to the minus 0.2t is equal to 10 plus 3 e to the minus 0.2t. So I will add this 8 onto this side to get 11 e to the minus 0.2t. And I will do the 16 minus the 10, which is 6. So 6 divided by 11 is e to the minus 0.2t. I will then ln both sides like this. So when you do the ln of the right-hand side, you get that. So my final thing is to divide it by minus 0.2. and then put that on the calculator. So the ln of 6 over 11 divided by minus 0.2, and you get that t is 3.03. Was it hours or days? It is days, and it wants it, doesn't say what it wants it to, so do 3 significant figures. So this is 3.03 days to 3 significant figures. Now I can probably fit part D of the question in here as well. Let's see what D says. According to the model, the depth of the water will eventually fall to k meters. State the value of the constant k. State just means you can just give an answer straight up, really. So this is saying what's going to happen to it as it eventually gets to a particular level, as t becomes a very, very big value. Well, the key thing to notice here is that when t becomes a very big value, if you have e to the minus 0.2t, think about what that becomes. E to the minus 0.2 is a graph, an exponential decay graph that looks like this. And as t gets very, very big, this line from the graph goes towards 0. So this means that h is going to go towards 10 plus 3 times 0 over 2 minus 0. I'm just saying this part's going to become 0 and this part's going to become 0. In other words, the top part is 10, the bottom part is 2, so it is going to go to 5. In other words, k is going to go to 5. It will go and fall to 5 meters, but according to the model, it won't be able to go any lower than this. So we knew that this part was, well, we didn't know this part was correct. Notice the different ways you can present it. I probably would most commonly accept it like this, but you could have it like this too. That was the show that kind of thing, which we knew we could do. We got the 3.03 days, and we got that k was equal to 5. So for next week, you have this question that is here, obviously a probability question, and I hope all of your revision is really going well. If you check out the link in the description, you can see what kind of events and stuff I've got going on. I've got an event that's going on between the first and second pure paper that you might find helpful. See you in another one soon, guys. Bye.